Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of City Skylines. My name is CityZilla, and today we are in the city of Canalville, where we are going to be working on our waterfront beach area. I'm actually super excited about it. I got a bunch of beach assets off the Steam Workshop, as well as some pretty cool condos and stuff like that for us to kind of decorate the beach. And so before we jump in, I did do a couple things off camera. One of them, I widened our seawall and then put in some gazebos and stuff, and then I did a little like wedding reception area. Pretty cool. I did a whole little setup with some chairs and the whole little area, and then a pergola over here, and I think it looks really good. It's a nice touch. I'm not really sure if trees should go out here too. That's kind of why I left it bare. And then another thing that I did off camera was I finished our little pier over here. I still haven't decorated it up, but I went ahead and put in our roller coaster, and so I think today on our little detailing time lapse we will throw in some trees and stuff over here. But I think this looks really good. I like how this whole thing looks. A lot of them are having trash issues, even though they are connected to the quay wall, and so it's just kind of frustrating. The trash doesn't seem to be able to get there, even though they can get right here, and so we still are in limbo over this island. I haven't really decided what I want to do with it yet. On one hand, I'd gotten a few suggestions to do like the Statue of Liberty or something, and then on the other hand, I'd gotten maybe the aquarium or like the theater or something. We already do have the theater over here, and so I'm not really sure what other building we would do, but something similar, something just that would really fit in with the area and look cool. And so on today's episode, we are going to be working on this area, and so I did adjust the roads a little bit. And anybody who missed the last episode, we ended up building out this awesome little waterfall area with this 5-star hotel at the top, and then we did this pool area, and I really liked how this came out. I think this was a great build, even though a lot of it's just standard residential, but it just goes to show how a waterfall can really help to transform an area, or even water can really help to capture different aesthetic for the area. And so, all right, so a couple considerations before we jump in. I do want to get a ferry pier in here to connect it to the rest of our ferry stops over here. Like we have one right there. I'd really like to get the ferries coming down this canal. I think it would be a really cool look. And then I think we're going to do a ship harbor right here to finally start accepting in ships, which would be awesome. It'll really help to bolster our tourism a little bit. And so we are going to do some leisure and tourism buildings right here, but I want to create some fun spaces. I don't want to just plop some things down. And then we're going to do some beachside condos. I'm going to create some cool little areas in here. I think we're actually going to jump into that first. So let's go ahead and drop the speed down, and we're going to go into a 1-unit road. And I want to capture that same aesthetic that we did on the other side. I really liked how that looked. And so we're actually going to jump into a 4-unit road first. We are going to come over here, go to this one with trees in the middle. We're going to create a couple entrances in here. Nothing too crazy. We're going to go like that, and we're going to go like this. And the reason we're doing this is because we want to alleviate that pressure. If you just do one entrance, and a lot of times you can have some issues. And then we are going to jump into the 1-unit road, and let's go ahead and connect these up. And the reason we're doing this is because I really like to have that setback in here. I feel like it just provides such an awesome look. And then I would like to get a couple unique buildings in here too. Maybe we could fit one right here. Let's actually see what we got, because I don't think we really have a lot of unique buildings placed in this city. We have a lot of skyscrapers and stuff, but we really haven't gone through our unique buildings. So it'd be cool if we could get something back here. So we have the Posh Mall right there. So maybe the Grand Mall could actually fit in with this area pretty well. So if we do the harbor right here with a ferry stop, maybe we could squeeze the Grand Mall in right here with some shops and some parking and stuff like that and make it look really good. And I think it would kind of combo off of the Posh Mall. Either that or compete with it. Maybe they wouldn't do it that close. But then I do have some awesome little high-rise buildings that I think we're going to be placing down as well. Luxury condos. These actually look pretty good. These could be pretty cool in here. So I think maybe we'll actually place down some condos in here, because I feel like that would be a pretty good look. Could also do the Grand Library. I don't know if that's a great fit for this area though. You know what? The Expo Center would be really great right here. We could go ahead. We're going to do the Expo Center, and we're going to turn it sideways. So we are going to jump in here, and let's actually extend our 4-unit road out like right there. And then let's jump in here and see if the Expo Center fits in. So that actually looks really good. And then it allows us an opportunity to even decorate the grounds a little bit. So I'm going to jump in to move it and grab our road, extend it out here. And then I'm going to jump back into our 1-unit road. I'm going to have this curve this way, and I want it to follow the quay wall. So I actually think I'm going to build the road next to the quay wall first. So we'll go like that, and then we will connect this up. Perfect. Nice. And so now what we can do is have this just curve down, and I want it to follow that quay wall. So we'll go like right here, and then we are going to turn it. You know, we could even go a little bit further. No, you know, we'll go like that, because I think maybe we could do like a park or something right there and have it look pretty good. And then let's go ahead and connect this up since we did it on the other side. Yeah, we'll go like that. Nice. I feel like that looks pretty good. And then we will grab our 1-unit road and probably just do a couple little crossovers. Maybe we'll actually just go like this. Yeah, I feel like that looks pretty good. And then let's jump in there, and I want to see if we can fit some of those condos in here, because those look like some awesome little buildings. I had just downloaded a bunch of stuff for our beach build, and I think that's what these are, is some of those assets. So let's go ahead and get rid of this, and we are going to create enough space to fit a couple of these in there. So I think if we jump in here and extend that out, let's jump back in there and see if that fits. So how does that look? It actually looks pretty good. I do wish we could fit something off the backside though. So what are these? These are really big ones. This is a pretty sizable one too. That's actually not too bad. So I think we could fit one of these over here. Go ahead and do that right there. And then let's see if we can fit this one over here. So if we go like that, then it's almost like they're the same compound, and then we can actually anarchy a small road in there. So if we come in here, go right there. Nice. And so let's go ahead and move that back just a smidge and see if we can fix this up just to make it look a little better, because that definitely doesn't look realistic. So we will come like right here. Let's go ahead and soften that up. And then let's move this forward. You know, that actually doesn't look bad right there. It's still a little sharp, but it would provide that much needed access, and that's really what it's all about. So now we will come this way and go right there, and then straighten this one out as well. We want it to be just a little bit closer. This one turned out so much better than the other side. Yeah, look at that. Perfect. And so we'll probably do a grounds for these as well. Maybe put in some pools and some landscaping and everything, make it look really nice. I feel like that would look good. Same with this area. I think we are going to jump into a road, go to the road conditions so that we can get our lovely parking lot in. I think we can just grab this and bring it back, turn on snapping, go like that. And then I'm actually going to just grab it, make sure snapping's on so we can keep it straight, and just go like that. Perfect. And so now I'm going to drop in some parking spaces real quick, and voila, parking in. Feel like that looks pretty good. And then we will come back through here and decorate it all up. And so we have the expo center, a couple condos. I feel like that looks really great already. I do want to get a couple beachside assets right here. So we got a couple beachside condos. So if we come in here, beach condos. So this is the one that I was thinking of. So this is actually a little beach inn, which I think is just fantastic. If we could actually just replicate this for a little while, I feel like this would be an awesome little building. So if we grab that, go like this, and then copy, what it allows us to do is to continue building it. So if we come in, so it looks like this is going to be a little tight. Maybe if we just go right next to each other, how does that look? You know what, that actually looks pretty good, because I want to create like a whole little complex. I'm going to go like this. So basically the idea is that one developer owns all these inns right here. And so if you stayed in one, you basically stay in them all, though it's kind of funny. They all have their own little entrance. And so I think we will grab our road, go into a 1-unit road. I think we're just going to do a small 2-lane. Come in here, go ahead and turn off snapping. We're going to come all the way down. We're going to go like that. And then we are going to turn back on snapping, go like that. And then we are going to do the same thing over here, connect up. And then it looks like we're going to have to play with this one a little bit, which isn't the end of the world. It's just because of the angle. So if we go like this, that looks pretty good. And then I'm going to jump into node controller, go like this, widen it all up. Yeah, that looks okay. Oh, that actually looks pretty good. And then we will do the same thing over here. Just grab it, widen it up. And it looks like we need to play around with this angle a little bit as well. Nice. And it actually gave us a nice little in-between section as well. I would prefer if it was connected to the road a little sooner, but I don't feel like it's the end of the world, because they would just be committed to going through all of the areas, which they'd probably just have a pass-through lane. So it's again not the end of the world. And so now they would basically have this whole beach. This would probably be a private beach, which kind of sucks, but we're going to do a public beach over here. The inn would basically have all of this for their guests. And so we do have chairs and stuff. And so I got some awesome little high top chairs. These ones, high level deck chairs. These are the same ones that we used on the opposite side. And I'm just going to go ahead and place some of these down with some umbrellas real quick. Okay, and so here we go. I think this looks really good. I decided to do little chairs. It's kind of funny. They're floating. I got to go back through and fix them. But then I did cabanas and then a little like restaurant kind of area. It's a little stall. Got some lights, so at night like they would light up and just be a really nice touch. And so now anybody who's staying in this area would be able to basically enjoy the beach without having to worry about like the crowd public and stuff like that. So I'm actually going to do some invisible paths back here too. So I'm going to go like that. I'm going to go ahead and attach these up. And the reason I'm doing invisible pass is because you would literally just be able to walk out there from pretty much any direction. And so what I'm hoping is that we'll get people back here. I'm not really sure if we're going to get a lot of people, but I could just drop a people generator back here, but I'm trying not to do that. But I think this new area looks really good. And so now for these areas, I just want to drop in a little pool real quick. So we are going to search up pools, and I had a couple really cool ones other than these ones. Ooh, these ones perfect. So I want to do some of these, must be placed or roadside. So roadside is okay. We're going to go ahead and just convert it to a procedural object, even though I would prefer it to be usable. We're going to grab this and then drop it all the way down. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and place a couple of these. And then we are going to do the same kind of get up over here, just facing the other direction. So we're going to go like this, and then we are going to space it out, go like that. Perfect. And then I'm going to go ahead and do a gate around and then some paths and stuff real quick, just kind of make it look a little better. Okay, so I ended up spending a little more time on this than I initially intended to, but I did little poolside stages because at least in Las Vegas, this is really common. And so I figured because it's right next to the beach, this would be like a really cool spot to have like a poolside concert and stuff. And so both of them actually have stages with little cabanas and everything. And our water's kind of fluctuating over the quay walls because I just hit play again. And so I'm going to go ahead and leave the rest of this for the end of the episode. And I want to go ahead and move over to this section. So let's go ahead and follow that same kind of pattern. So I'm going to jump into a 4-unit road, and we are going to create 2 entrances again. We're going to go up like right here, and then we're going to come up like right here. And then I'm going to grab a 1-unit road, go down here, and then we are going to connect this up. Perfect. Just like that. And then I think in here, what we're going to do is a couple little shopping centers, some high-rise condos, and that'll probably be it. Just some commercial and then high-rise living. I think that'll be good. And so we will come up here, go like that. We will come up here, go like this. And then let's go ahead and connect this up as well. And there you go. That I think works really well. And you know, we could follow the same kind of idea with this side and actually have the roads continue on. I feel like that would be a good look. So we'll go turn on snapping so we can get that 90-degree angle. We'll go like that, and we'll go like this. And then let's figure out what we're gonna do in here. I would like to do some high-rise condos. So maybe we'll put in a nice plaza. I feel like that could be good. So let's come in here and we will go like this, and maybe we'll actually do some pedestrian streets on the sides where we can do some organic and local produce. I think that could actually be kind of fun. So let's come in here and we're going to connect this up. Don't know if we'll keep it this boardwalk one. I think I'm going to move this over. That node is just a little too close. We're going to go like right there. And of course it lifted up, so we will bring it back down. Nice. And I think I'm going to change that. So we could go gravel. I mean, I do like the boardwalk look. I just don't know if it's going to be appropriate right here. So let's actually switch that back to the concrete, because just the concrete gives us a little more wiggle room. So then we are going to push that back, and I think we're going to come in and fill this in. But then this way we can actually get some small zoning off of this. So we're going to jump into zoning adjuster. We're going to go like that, and then we are going to come back in, and I'm actually going to go to prioritize new road. And we'll re-click, and you see how it just kind of fills in those spaces now. And I'm only going to use two squares, but it's going to leave a little room for us to maybe do some paths and stuff, make it kind of fun. So I think we're going to remove zoning off that. We'll remove zoning off the sides too. Oh, we'll put zoning back there. I feel like that's going to be pretty good right there. And then we will come in here, and I'm just going to do 2 all the way down because I really like the small organic local produce buildings. I feel like they're great. And then what I'm going to do is actually sprinkle these around. So I want to go like right there. We'll go right here. We'll do 2. And then we'll come up here, go like that, go like this, and we'll go like that too. Fill in this side, go like this. Perfect. And so that leaves some room for us to do some detailing and then also some paths and stuff and just make it into a real fun area. And so let's do some offices in here. I feel like offices would be a nice touch. So we'll come in here, go like that, and then we are going to fill this whole thing in with offices. I actually think we'll cut in the middle. We'll do the same thing over here. We'll go like that, and then there's not really a middle on that side, but I'm not worried about it. I feel like that's pretty good. And then we will do some commercial on this side. I don't want to just get crazy with it though, because I want to have some entrances onto the beach area. This is going to be more of like our public beach site. And so we're going to fill these in, and then we are probably going to come through and actually choose which buildings we want, because I think we're going to do tourism and leisure. So we'll go ahead and take those down. Don't really want them on that intersection. So I feel like that's pretty good. So then I think for this side, what we're going to do is jump in and do a hotel. I have one of those beach hotels, and I feel like this would actually be a really good fit. So if we come in here, so we have Beach Main Resort. I was thinking about putting these on this side. I feel like that would be really nice. We could actually sprinkle a couple of these on this one too. No, we'll do that one as the public. And so we'll make this another, so if we go like that, how much does it mess up our beach? So it's not terrible. It definitely goes out there. We would want to maybe turn it sideways. We could have that. Yeah, if we have a small road. So if we grab this, let's go ahead and get rid of that. And we are going to grab a 1 unit road. We're going to come down. We'll go like right there, and then let's jump back in here and let's check that out. You know what? I feel like that actually looks pretty good. It still gives us a little bit of an edge right there. I wish it didn't. So I think what we're going to do is try our best to soften that up. It's not bad. It's definitely not as good as I was hoping it was going to be, but it's right on the water, which would be really nice. You literally would step out and the water would be like just a couple feet away. I think we're going to go ahead and do one more of those. So we're going to come down here. This is actually going to be a really nice area right on the water. I think we may extend the beach out because these beaches are a little bit farther. I don't know why this one got tucked back, because you can even see it's kind of passing the quay walls over here. So if we grab this, get out of soft and go to level, bring it out to like right there, and then bring our second step out a little bit. So we'll go like right there. Oh yeah, look at that. That's so much better. And it provides a nice little room. So I'm going to hit play so we can flood, because I know all that displaced water is going to want to come up onto land. And while we're waiting, what I'm going to do is actually throw in some water pipes real quick, and then we will let this flood out. Okay, so I let it run for a little bit, and we still have a little bit of water patches, but I went ahead and added in a couple more little condos over here, like maybe the hotel or the condominium owner did an expansion through different times and stuff. And so I think they look really good. They definitely blend in with each other. And so we do have a hotel in here as well, this Crystal Rivera Condos, and it still says condos, so maybe it's all part of the same building, but I'm kind of thinking like treating it as a hotel. I really like it though. It has the clay tiles on top of the roofs, which really blend in with the area. They're white buildings. I feel like this is fantastic, and it really provides a lot of opportunity for us to do some fun detailing. And so this will become our public beach. So I'm going to do a bunch of chairs and umbrellas and everything, and then some lifeguards, and then this will be very similar to this one where we're going to do cabanas and chairs and everything, but make it more into a private experience. And so I think that's a really good fit. And then on this side, I'm tempted to just make this into an even bigger little condo area, but I don't know if I have any more of those buildings. So, so Beach Condos B, so Dania Beach Condo A. So it looks like we have some more of these, and they actually blend in a little better with this. So if I go ahead and grab a 1 unit road, we'll go like this and bring this back and then turn it and then do the same thing here. What is this going to look like? This is really the trick, you know, is it going to look good? So that's really the key. So if we go like that, we can actually get rid of that turn. Go get rid of this, and then I think we could put a little parking over there, because condos, I mean, these would definitely be in high demand. So we'll go like this. I'm going to go ahead and grab all these nodes and level them out right there. Perfect. And then we will grab this. Yeah, look at that. Though it being right in front of that road is not great. So let's grab this and see if we can maybe go like right here. I feel like this would probably be better. So I'm going to go ahead and delete those roads. We're going to move this a smidge just so I can get to that road. We're going to move it back. So I'm going to go like right there, and then I'm going to grab my 1 unit road, go across, turn off snapping so I can get that perfect little angle, and then come up here and connect that. Nice. And so now we have access over here. I would really prefer if the roads connected up. Normally in condos they do, but I guess it's not the end of the world. So we would have this go over here, turn on snapping, and then turn. We're going to do another little parking lot over here. Condos definitely need parking. And so we will go like this. Yeah, you know what? That doesn't look bad. So I'm going to go ahead and throw in some parking lots real quick. And there we go. I kind of finagled this one in because I wanted it to be a little bit bigger. And so it actually goes underneath the bridge, which I think is great. I did have to alter the bridge just a little bit, but I think it looks good. And so we will have some grounds in here, probably like a little park space and everything. And then we will draw on some paths and stuff. So I'm actually going to come in here and we will go to a gravel path, and let's draw this out here. And I'm just going to have it loop around, go like right there. And then we will come back, go like right there. And then we will have this go out here, connect up to the quay wall. And so basically this whole this whole area would just be these condos, which is actually really nice. I mean, it would probably be extremely expensive condos, but they would definitely be nice. And so now on the back side, so we have our more accessible one here, which the buildings are coming in. I think they look okay. I kind of wish that we would have done the self-sufficient. We might switch them over, but I think for right now they look okay. Though we are going to do organic and local produce, so I kind of messed up on that. We are going to go ahead and paint this as a district first. We'll go like that. Perfect. And then come in here and go to organic and local produce. Go ahead and click it and turn this on just so we can see it. Organic and local produce. And then while we're at it, let's go ahead and paint in these as districts as well. We'll come up over here, go like that. Perfect. And then let's come over here and do the same thing. We're going to go like this. Nice. I really like this beach area. This is definitely becoming one of the best beach areas I've ever done. So I think it's going to be really awesome, especially once we get more of the beach assets out here. I think that's going to be great. And so for this area, I'm tempted to do tourism or leisure because of how tall these buildings are. If we were to do tourism, it would block the view for a lot of these people. So I would think that the people living in this area would probably band together and do a height ban on a lot of these buildings. And that's why I like these condos are lower. And we really don't have any tall buildings. Like we'll definitely have to do a high-rise ban on this one. So we're going to come in here and go into policies, city planning, and high-rise ban because it's like people live in this area so that they can have the view, not so it can be obstructed by some skyscraper. Now let's come in here. So I think we're going to do leisure. We're going to come down here and we're going to come all the way across. And so I think we will do a boardwalk on one side. That would be nice. So if we did like a really big waterway kind of walking area, because we still need to get in our ferry stop too. So I wonder if we can squeeze in a ferry stop over here. Let's jump in there. No, the ferry stops are really tight, so I don't know if we're going to be able to. We might need to work with the quay walls a little bit. Wrong one. So if we come in like right here, yeah, it's going to be really tight. I would really like to get it back here. So I wonder if we can bring that quay wall back just a smidge. So I'm going to bring this back. We're going to go like this, and then we will grab that quay wall and we are going to curve it. We're going to jump into freeform. We're going to go this way. And the reason we're doing this is so that we can create a little more space. And so if we go like that, we should be good. I think we can also curve the other side. So if we come in here and curve this, that could actually look good too. So now if we go ahead and delete these, let's jump into our ferry stop again, wrong menu. And I think we should have, oh yeah, look at that. Perfect. And so we will go like that. And then we will grab our lovely tram road right there. And let's go ahead and shift this back just a smidge. Go like right there, control each right there. It's good anyways because the boats come out here, so it actually works out a little better. So then now we will connect this up, and then we will connect this up, and then we will actually jump into the network multi-tool, unlock segment, go like that, jump back into our road, and then upgrade this. So I do want to clean this up a little bit. I'm going to just shift this back, and then it's kind of funny whenever you move it, just shifts the ground up. You just gotta bring it back. I think that looks good. I do think I'm going to turn these quay walls in real quick just to make that look a little better. This doesn't look that great. So if we go ahead and bring this in, I think I'm actually going to bring the quay wall all the way back for this lower section. For the upper section, I want it to be more like a pond, but I feel like this lower section is actually a nice place for the quay walls to go back because it provides a nice area for people to walk around too, since that's what people are going to be doing here. I feel like that is fantastic, and I think I may even upgrade this to a quay that doesn't have trees. I feel like that would maybe be a little bit better. Nice. And so that looks pretty good. I feel pretty good about that. And so I don't want to just zone everything out. I want to be mindful of it. So we would have some nice restaurants down here. Nice little beach vibe. I think we are going to just reserve this front side as a boardwalk, so we're not going to really have a ton of zoning. I think we may even do organic and local produce on this one side so we can get all those little stalls in. And then on the back side, we will do leisure. So if we come in here and just zone it in and then come back and delete stuff, I want to see what we're going to find. And the problem with leisure too is you get a ton of noise, and so you definitely got to be careful with it. Okay, so I think we got the pier in there. I would really like to get a tram stop in here. So I think we are going to do a small tram station with a little courtyard. I think this would be a great addition for the area. So we are going to jump into tram roads. We're going to go to 1 unit. No, we don't want one way. Or we could just do the straight up tram road. I feel like that would probably work. So we'll actually jump in here and go to just the tram road. We're going to go to the asphalt one. And then let's go ahead and draw this in. We're probably going to do 2 stops. Go like that. And then we will come in here, go like that. Yeah, nice. And then let's go ahead and extend this one out. So we will have that one go like right there. And then this one will have to terminate right there. And you know what? I think we can just get away with 1 because we don't really have a ton of stops in here. And looking at it, I feel like we're going to run out of space in here. And so I do want to get some sort of zoning off of this. I wouldn't want this to just be the tram stop. I want to get something in here. What else can we place in there? So it looks like maybe if we upgrade back to that tram road, yeah, we're going to have to do this. So if we go like this, then we get a nice little stop and we can kind of limit access in there because that's what I'm worried about is just this messing up traffic a little bit, which it definitely could. But then that way we can get like a little plaza in here, make it look good. So let's jump in here and we will do the plaza with trees. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And then I think we're going to expand upon that with some small zoning and just do a nice little place in here. And then that way we can do a stop and we'll do some benches and stuff in here. And then we can do the rest like pretty good. So we'll come in here and we're going to zone all this in. Gonna go like this, and then I think for this little section I'm going to go like this, and then I'm gonna do organic and local produce in here again. Because I don't really like the idea of this just being like a strip mall area over here, but we are going to hit play and let it all grow in and see how it looks. And so, you know, there's a part of me that thinks it's going to be okay, and then there's a part of me that thinks that we could have done something better with that, and so we may come back to it. In the meantime, while we're growing that out, I think what we're going to do is a small residential expansion over here. I was like kind of looking at this space and it would just make sense for more residential to be here, especially low density residential. So what we're going to do is just do a small little neighborhood, nothing crazy, just something accessible and something that would make sense for this area. So we're going to go like this, and then we are going to create another entrance over here. Then we will jump into a 2-unit road and we will curve this back, go like right there, and then we're going to bring this up. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off snapping so I can get a nice angle against that wall, and then we will come up over here, and then I can turn back on snapping now. Come up here, nice. This is actually gonna work out pretty well. And so we will come down here, and I do want to leave some space on that front side to do a little commercial area or something else fun in there. I feel like that would be a good opportunity. And so I think we're going to do a park in the middle. All right, and so we will now go ahead and hook this up. This will be a nice little addition for this area. It's a simple residential area. It's nothing special. So we will then grab this, go like this, just give it some nice accessibility. And there we go. Oh, and it looks like this area is already grown up super fast. Nice. And so we do have a bunch of the same buildings coming in. So I want to come in here and I'm just going to reset these. I don't want the same building. I feel like having all the same competing nightclubs would be kind of a problem, so we're going to delete that as well. Problem though is I don't know if there's enough models to really get a bunch of different stuff in here, so we may have to see. And so let's see if we have any other unique buildings we could do. Ooh, look at these condos. Man, these are big. I wonder if, you know what, we're going to delete some stuff, but let's see how this looks. You know what, that is actually really cool. This would be like a really nice hotel right here, even though it says condos. I feel like that's a good fit. Ooh, and this is another one too. So we are going to go ahead and scratch some of my ideas. We're going to go like this. Ooh, space. So we'll go like that. And then what we're going to do is remove zoning off this middle section, man. I just, you know, it's like, I should have checked those buildings first because it's like right when I saw those, I was like, man, those would just fit in so much better. I'll go ahead and throw these on my Steam Workshop mod and asset list as well. Okay, and so we will come in here and do some more landscaping. And I feel like this looks a little better. We definitely still have some buildings that are the same, but I like what's going on over here. This is kind of cool. I want to get rid of that electric charging station, but I like these little shops coming in. I think these are great. We're going to go ahead and plop these in. Fantastic. Perfect. And so this is coming together really nicely. I think over here we can zone in our low density residential. Nice. I feel like this would be a nice little touch. And then we could do, let's go ahead and remove zoning off this one side. So if we come in here, remove zoning, then that way when we go like this, what it's going to do is put it on the inside, which is really what I want. So now this is a good touch. I'm going to go ahead and throw down some water pipes real quick, and voila. So we have, man, we really did a ton. You know, it's kind of funny. I was looking at this area as I was going through the unique buildings, and I think doing the modern art museum right here would just be fantastic, though having the lighthouse right there would be an issue. But I did get a suggestion to connect up the canals. Go ahead and let me know what you guys think about that. We would just cut this back and then connect it up, but then maybe we would move the lighthouse to the end, because most people said that the lighthouses are on this end anyways, and then we could turn this into the modern art museum area. I feel like that could just be really cool. But I feel like this is coming together pretty nicely. This area definitely needs some trees, and then on this front side we're just gonna do some planters and stuff, make it into a nice walking area. And then on the beach side, what I'm going to do is jump in here to this tourism and leisure tab, and we are going to try to place down a bunch of these. All right, so I'm going to let this build out a little bit, and then we will be right back. Okay, so I let it run for a little while, and it does look like our buildings came in, though we left a little bit of zoning gone right there. But now what I want to do is set up our tram line. So we do have tram access over here. So we are going to jump into transportation. We're going to go to trams. We're going to come down to our tram lines, and let's actually see what tram lines we have already. So we have the purple line and the green line. I think the purple line, yeah, comes all the way over here and then loops up over here and actually comes down here to this station that we did. Yeah, right here. So, and then we have an orange line and a white line. I believe the white line comes right here. So let's actually extend our white line down. I don't know why we didn't do that on the last episode. So we will go like this. So now we have a stop right there, stop right there, stop right there. And we don't really want this going that way. Ooh, I messed up. So we'll grab this and then jump into upgrade, turn on anarchy, and then switch that back. Perfect. So now that should be okay. Let's jump back in and see if that fixed itself. Yeah, perfect. And so this will actually help the areas to kind of upgrade too. You kind of saw that first building upgrade. And so I do want to do a loop all the way around now. So let's go ahead. We're going to do a stop right here. We're going to have it come up here, and we'll have it stop once right there and then come over here. Once we build out the industrial area on our next episode, we will start working a little more on that area. And so we will come in here, make a stop. I don't know why we don't have any other stops in here. I would prefer it if it was on the other side, but it looks like we're going to have some issues. So we'll go ahead and just put it on this orange line, and then we will have it come back out and then stop right here and then go basically all the way around. And this is going to be really great access for pretty much the whole island now. So we're going to come down here, go like, ooh, you know what? We went the wrong way. Wow. Can't believe I did that. Nice. And then I'm going to go ahead and do one going the opposite direction now. Perfect. And so now we have a nice little path down here. Okay, so we will have our second line go from right here, which I hate being in the road, but it's going to give me a hard time. So then we will come over here, have a redundant line, and then have it come down here, stop in front of our little condo, go like right there, come over here, stop right there, and then come over here, stop right there. And then we're going to have it loop back around, and we'll have it stop just in here. Actually, we don't need it to stop right there. So then we will have it come over here. Perfect. And then I'm going to go ahead and do one going the opposite direction. And there we go. Nice. And so I kind of wish we would have done two. I didn't think we were going to get multiple lines in here, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world. We don't have access up here, though, which is kind of frustrating. So I do want to do just a little loop around for people to get from up here down below. I feel like that would be really smart for us. So we'll come up here, or we could just get rid of the tram road up top and do path access. Man, I really want to get some transportation up here. We'll go ahead and just do that, and then we will loop it around. Just, you know, and then we're going to do it the other way too. So what I was thinking too is to do some cable cars. So I wanted to do a huge cable car expansion since we have so much cable car access in the rest of the city. We actually have cable cars running through pretty much the entire city over here, and they all terminate right here. And I was kind of playing around with an expansion going this way. It's really tough. We definitely would have to demolish a lot. And so, but I think we would have it follow this metro line and then cut across and provide some really good access over here, especially for up here. Having a cable car would just be really good. And then I think we will upgrade these roads to bike roads too. Somebody had mentioned that in the last video, and I completely forgot about it. And so we will come in here, and I'm just going to upgrade all these roads to bike roads real quick. Okay, and so now we have bike access all the way around, which is fantastic because we have bike access down here too. And so yeah, you can kind of see somebody biking right there. Nice. And so everybody within this neighborhood now has access except for this neighborhood, just because these 4 lanes. But I could just jump into a 4 lane with bike access. Maybe we'll just do that. So I think that looks really good. So we have bike access down here as well. This whole area now has bike access, and it has tram access. And so now let's jump into our trams and see what we're working with. Let's get out of the transportation tab. The road tab will go like that. And let's see, so tram line. Man, we just did a ton. So let's go ahead and change these colors. Yeah, there we go. Nice. And then I am looking into getting some new trams here too. Somebody had mentioned getting like some more trolleys, and I was looking into getting trolleys, but there's just not a lot of support for trolley roads on the Steam Workshop, and so I didn't want to lose the bike access, which I thought was really going to be helpful for the area. And so now let's check out these lines and see how many cars they're getting. So this one's got 9 with only 4 stops, which seems like a lot. That seems very excessive. So I think we're going to do 5, and then I wonder how much the other side got for that, because if that is the same, then this is definitely going to become a problem for us. So we're going to come in here, and that was the pink line. So then we will look at this one. Yeah, 9 again. So we're going to drop this down to 5, just because, it's so quick. They should be able to satisfy that demand with only 5. And so let's look at the blue one now. We're going to go up here. So 13, and it actually does have 46 people here. And this is our loop around, is it? Yeah, so our loop all the way around. 13's a lot. Let's drop that down to 10, and then we will come back and adjust that. I just don't want to over congest it with trams, because you can really get into a pretty bad situation with too many trams. But man, this one's actually super busy. Where are these trams stuck? There's a lot of people using this. Maybe we will need to stick to 13. Just, man, they're getting stuck. So we'll drop that down to 10 and see how that works. So let's go to this first one. So it's going around. We just want to see if this is going to be able to satisfy all these people, because we may need to do more trams. So picked up everybody there, and it's pretty much full. So let's follow this around now. Ooh, and I really like this area. I like this schooling area we did. I think this is really cool. So it's coming up on 95 people. Where is this? Ooh, it's right in front of the school. And over here. This area didn't have transportation, and so actually kind of makes sense. So it didn't pick everybody up, but the tram behind it does have room. Let's go ahead and jump into this tram, just so we can get a nice little view of this. Yeah, look at this. This is, man, this whole area is pretty cool. There's a lot of people walking around too. You can see our white tram on that other side too. Ooh, what's this tractor doing? He's going fast. Yeah, oh, there's our waterfalls. Oh man, that looks really cool. So this stop doesn't have too many people, which isn't too bad. So I think this line is going to do good with 10. We may need to bump it back up, but man, look at these buildings too. Those are great. Oh, I think we did tourism specialization over here. I completely forgot. I was looking at those hotels. It's like, man, that's definitely tourism specialization. Yeah, so we're coming in here, going to our lovely stop now, which has our weird little one-ways everywhere. Ooh, and we have a little jump right there. We need to fix that. So let's go ahead and jump out and see. Yeah, so man, this is happening again. We got some sort of node issues happening in here, because this has happened quite a bit. Just trams in the road. They just keep flying up, and then they stop servicing their area. It's like every tram on this line basically got stuck. I wonder if it's that same little jump in there, because I did come in here and fix some of the nodes. Like there was some short segments and stuff. It seemed to be working. Just not sure why it keeps happening right here. Let's go ahead and check out our nodes and see if we have any that are too close. It's not too bad. This is a little bit short right there. This is a little short. So we don't have any like too short of segments, but let's jump over to our, where is it? Our station now, and fix this guy. So looks like it's just a little too short. So if we go like right there, I wonder if that'll fix it. Whenever you get nodes that are just too close, you can have an issue where they jump up and down, because technically in the game the road will fall under the ground, and it looks like it's flat when it's actually not, and that's where your cars kind of jump. I'm gonna go ahead and we will wait and see. Man, look how many people are walking over here. This is just great. This whole tram station is just really fantastic. Well, I didn't see that one jump. Okay, so it looks like adjusting it did make it better. I'm still a little worried about our segments in the sky, so we'll just have to wait and see if all our trams go back up, because let's look at the red line, see how bad that is, because that was like almost the entire line. Like, is anybody even using? So 78 people. So where are these people? So they're doing okay right now, I guess. Yeah, so they're going. Looks like they all came out at the tram depot at the same time. Let's go ahead and follow that and see if we have any more issues over here. And they're blocking this intersection. It'd be really bad. All right, so I'm not sure why they jump up in the sky, but they routinely do it. So I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. All right, and so now that our tram lines are in, I feel like that looks pretty good and they're all running pretty good. I think we may have I think we needed to check one more. Yeah, the yellow lines. Let's just look at these real quick, make sure they're not giving too many lines. So we'll go down to 4. I'm gonna go ahead and do 4 for the other one as well. Just because this is a loop around, we really don't need that many trams. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is jump into a detailing time lapse. I'm going to put in some pools and stuff over here, and then all of our beach assets and make it just really fun. And so I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so I think this is it. So I went around and did all of our beaches, and it was kind of funny. I was having issues with this beach where all the sand kept disappearing, and so I had to like delete everything and then replace it, and it was just kind of a mess, but I got it all to stick down, so it looks good. I decided to do a lot of palm trees around, and I think it looks really good. It's definitely a different vibe. I've been using a lot of these big trees, and so I wanted to kind of mix it up with more palm trees since a lot of areas like this tend to have a ton of palm trees, and so I think it looks really good. I also did a ton of rocks with these palm trees like this. We did this before in one of my airport builds, but then up here I did another pool area with some cabanas, and then for our boardwalk area I decided to just do a path that was lined with bushes and then some palm trees, and I think it looks really good. It's definitely different. I didn't want to just do concrete all over again. That seems to be like the thing that I do pretty much every time I get one of these waterfronts, and so I'm glad that we got something else going. And then just did trees around the rest, and then I did trees around this, and I think it looks really good. You know, I really like how it turned out. I think overall this was a success of a build. I really like the beaches a lot. Go ahead and let me know what you guys think, and then on the next episodes I think we're going to be working on this area as well as our large industrial area and a a port over here for passenger ships. And so the only thing left we have to do is connect up our ferry line. So if we come in here and go to ferries, we are going to grab this. I'm going to go to freeform and I'm going to come all the way down. I'm going to go like right here. We're going to try to snake this down as best we can. Perfect. And so now we just have a little back and forth ferry that provides a little access, and I think we may put in another stop over here for the passenger port. And so let me know what you guys think of the build. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys have any suggestions for names or what we should do next. And I think this turned out really well. If you enjoyed this episode, you will definitely enjoy the episode on your screen. And thank you so much for watching. I will catch you on Sunday.